Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Today, we're reviewing Love is Blind, season 7, episode number 3. All right, episode number 3 of Love is Blind. Once again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. In episode number 3, we get a big, right, the first proposal, right? We left off on episode number 2. If you haven't missed any of my other reviews, go check them out. I did episode 1, 2, and now I'm doing 3. We'll work on 4, 5, and 6. So we'll get you caught up and up to date on Love is Blind. Here it is. So we find Tyler and Garrett, right? They finally connect in person, right? The episode opened up with they connecting in person. Look, Taylor explained to the camera that she was nervous about how Garrett would find her appearance, how she looked. We know throughout the whole pod experience, she has not given any clues of what she looked like. She hadn't talked about her background, her color, or anything, right? They finally get to see each other for the first time in real life, and he's amazed, right? He loves her, he embraces her, he gives her a kiss. She has a big smile on her face, and he actually genuinely likes her. Doesn't care that she's Asian at all. They fell in love in the pod, right? The conversation was great. We know how it is when you first see somebody for the first time in this show. She kissed him and hugged him. They had a great time, and they're happy to continue on. And he's happy what he sees, and she's happy what they go on, right? So again, we got our first couple, right? Our first couple, yay! All right, our first couple who who's going to get married and that we're going to see on the show. Then you have Bohdan. Next, we have the Marissa's love triangle, right? Marissa's situation. We have Bohdan and Ramses discover that they both consider Marissa their first, right? Here it is. We get not trouble in the pod, because again, if you go on this show, you have to expect and you have to know that somebody might be liking the same person you like, right? The chances are very high that somebody like the same person that you like. So we find out that Bohdan had been married once before, back when he was in the military. Marissa didn't really trip on that, right? She was really understanding. And his past place, she didn't really mess up that, right? But what gave me an issue was that the fact that he was a military guy. She's a military girl, he's a military guy. I'm sure while she was in the military, she dated military men, right? She had a yellow flag about that. Maybe she's been hurt by guys that's been in the military. Maybe she's like, I've done that. I did that. I've done that. I've dated military guys. I don't want anybody else who's been in the military. So we see how that pans out a little later. She also admits that she believes there's more in common with Bohdan than she does with Ramses, right? Ramsey. She has more in common. Hey, but will she choose Ramsey? Will she choose Bohdan? This relationship is going both. I see her liking both, right? The conversations are great with both. Her interaction is great with both. She smiles and laughs when she talks to both, right? She's always there. She's having a good moment, and and I like the fact that she's genuine about the process, right? She's keeping her mind open. They talk about in this episode that she also talk about her Ramsey talks about domestic duties, right? What their role in the relationships? Is the woman supposed to cook all the time? Who take care of the house? Who take care of the children? Again, we live in a different day and culture. It's not always the woman's job, right? They have dual duties within the house. Both Ramsey agree that I'll take care of the kids. I'll do my chores. I'll cook. I'll clean. You work late. I'll do the things that I need to do. I think this relationship is moving on in a good direction. My opinion, I think her and Ramsey works better than her and Bohdan, but we'll see. We'll see who Marissa picks. We'll see who proposes, and we'll see who chooses each other later on later on in the season, right? Then we go to Tim and Alex, right? Tim and Alex, as we mentioned in the last episode, Tim had a little bit of red flags, right? Just a little bit red flags for me with Tim. But Tim and Alex, they discover they both share love for golf, right? They both grew up. He plays golf, she plays golf. They started talking about heavy subjects like grief and loss. Tim talks about losing his sister when he was younger, losing his family, and they find that they have a lot in common. They have fun with each other, right? So we'll see where Tim and Alex go a little bit later. Tim to me seems a little bit rough, right? Straight, not say rough. Tim seems straightforward, right? He seems a little real straightforward. But again, their relationships begin to get a little bit deeper in this episode. Not much with them, but it just get deeper, right? Then we see Tyler and Ashley, right? Tyler and Ashley in this relationship as well. It's Tyler's birthday, right? And Ashley reads a note for him, right? About how deeply she's falling for him. And what she said was, she said, I'm at the point where I want to get out of my own way, out of my own head. And I just let my gut and my heart guide me. They both are telling me that I'm safe with you. Hey, I like this couple, right? I like Tyler. Tyler is emotional. Tyler seems like he wants to be honest in the pod. He seems like he wants to give Ashley his whole self, right? Tyler starts to cry about the note. Ashley tells Ashley that he loves her and that he has the deepest connection with her, right? The birthday celebration was great for him. I think that really messed him up. He pours on his heart. He sees in the moments how much he adores her, and he asks her to marry him, which Ashley in this case says yes, right? I guess the flowers, the birthday cake, and all that does it, right? You get somebody a birthday cake, get somebody some flowers, and here we go, right? Obviously, a birthday cake and some balloons, not flowers. Birthday cake and balloons, and that they're ready to get married. But nah, they're. I think this couple is one of the most genuine couples on so far in the show. Even from when we saw episode 1, they've been able to kick it off and hit it off very well. We got to, they're both nervous, right? When they meet each other, he can't believe how beautiful Ashley is, right? They grew together in the pods, right? Their relationship, I think, is going to go to the next level. I think this is a couple that we're going to be talking about. Like, you know what? Ashley and Tyler are going to make it. Ashley and Tyler, in my opinion right now, I think they're going to make it. I just see them connecting, right? But now, then we have some things. Then we move on. We move on to this whole love square, love triangle, the mess. All right, I'm going to call it the mess. Brittany, Leo, and Hannah. This thing is stressful, right? Brittany remains stressful about her love triangle with Hannah, and Leo also learns that Hannah dumped another one of her matches, right? He learned that he dumped Nick, right? He learned that she dumped Nick, and he's like, "Oh, my door is open. What? I'm good." All right. Leo, then as they talk more, Leo began to question if she's more superficial than he thought. All right. Brittany tells Leo that he is her strongest connection. Matter of fact, that's Brittany, as far as we see, that's Brittany's only connection. We don't know if there's anybody else that's involved in Brittany's life. We know that is Brittany's, from what we've seen and what we see on camera. That is Brittany's only connection. So if Leo doesn't choose her, she's gone, right? If Leo has options. Leo has options. She tried to push Leo to make a decision, make Leo say, I need you to make a choice, right? Between me, Hannah. Leo he urges her, look, please wait a little bit longer, right? So that he can speak to Hannah, so he can talk to Hannah about the situation. The two agree to take some time to think things over, then return for a fun, even pod date, right? They let me take some things over. We'll come back to the date. During his date with Hannah, she shares that she's still a little self-conscious about her appearance. She's always been self-conscious about her appearance, right? She said she lost about 45 pounds last year. It seemed like she used to be skinny. Then she lost weight. Then she was heavier. But she lost 45 pounds, which is the reason why she thinks Nick is not going to like her, because she thinks Nick is used to skinnier guys, right? This is like, she brings up the issue with Nick in the bikini situation, right? It made her worry about her weight once more. Things that Nick was saying. Nick said he didn't care. So she's at a dilemma now. Do I choose Leo? Do I choose Leo? Do I choose Nick, right? Do I stay with Leo? Do I go with money, or the guy who really genuinely likes me? For the first time, he tells Hannah, right? Here it is. Nick assures Hannah, look, I'm here for you, right? He's not just about the size. It's not about anything else. For the first time, he tells Hannah that he loves her. And she admits, despite her other connections, she feels the same way about Nick. I scream toxic already, right? I scream this relationship is toxic from her side, much more than his, but it's a little bit toxic. But nonetheless, they like each other, so they both commit. They both submit their love to each other. When Leo and Brittany meet up again, he rubs her the wrong way when he says he wants to figure out the type of engagement ring both she and Hannah are interested in. Bruh, I've sat here and I'd be like, Leo, what are you doing? If I'm talking to Brittany, I'm not letting know. What's that saying? Say, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You don't tell the girl that you're trying to be with, hey, you know what? I'm trying to figure out what kind of engagement ring you want, but also want to try to figure out what kind of engagement ring my side piece wants. Where do they do that at, bruh? They don't do that anywhere. Get your mind right, get your heart right. Hey, they don't do that type of stuff. You telling a woman, hey, I don't care if it's the TV show, the pod, or what. You don't never tell another woman, I'm trying to figure out what kind of ring you want, try to figure out what kind of ring you want, which makes Brittany highly upset, right? She's highly upset. He's upset. And rightfully so, right? Then she be switching though, because then she really impressed how Leo seems to know her. She says she's bothered by the idea that his future husband could be torn between picking another woman. If he's torn between picking another woman, but you're impressed how he knows you, you kind of know where he's going. It is like this thing is a mess between these two, right? When Brittany gets back in the pod, Brittany later to find out that Hannah broke up with Leo, right? She breaks up. I forgot. Hannah breaks up with Leo. Now Brittany's like, you know what? Boom! I got my man. And we find out Hannah's actually gonna be with Nick. She's gonna be with Nick, and Brittany's so excited. Hannah tells Leo that she felt that he wasn't all into her, and he grows defensive, saying he didn't feel like she was fully committed to him. Either Leo plays with her to reconsider, and she just asks Hannah if it's not too late for him to get a second chance. I don't think Hannah's going to give him a second chance. Hannah is full in with Nick D, right? She loves Nick D. She regretted Nick D. She's not listening to me in the pod. I think she's confused. I think Brittany's happy. And this love square is going to go on into episode number 4. You guys let me know what you think about episode number 3. Is Brittany and Leo going to work out? Is Hannah going to stay with Nick? And also let me know who's your favorite couple so far, right? We'll break down everything else in later videos when these emotional. I like the pod episodes, but I really like when the couple who are proposed and the couple who are engaged get outside the pods so we can break down more emotional type stuff. We can see what they're really talking about, who they really are. Hey, once again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Let me know what your thoughts is on episode number 4 of this. Episode number 3. Love is Blind, and stay tuned for episode number 4 because the review is going to be coming out shortly. Once again, thanks for rocking with us. We appreciate you. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.